Prescription or health? Can doctors make you healthy? Are you seeking health or relief? What is even the difference? There is a version of you that already knows what a healthy you feels like. A version that remembers clear mornings, steady energy, calm thoughts, deep rest, not forced, not rushed, health created from within. The kind of health that does not depend on circumstances. The kind shaped by meditation, restful sleep, intentional movement, wise food choices, real stress relief, and the quiet habits no one sees. So why are you really here? Because something inside you is ready to rise, ready to build differently, ready to become the healthy you that has always been possible. And what happens next may change your life. As this story unfolds, the lost healthy pieces will begin to reconnect. Things you have sensed but never named. Habits you have repeated but never examined. Strength you have carried but never claimed. This story is a gateway to the other side of the version of you that most people never take the time to become. A happy and healthy you. You may be asking, healthy thoughts, healthy me, can this be real? Yes, it's real, and it's real right now. Disclaimer. This story is not about ignoring medical advice or avoiding qualified professional help when it is needed. Doctors are powerful in moments of crisis. When trauma strikes, when infection spreads, when a heart falters, or when a stroke begins, modern medicine can feel like a miracle. Tubes, machines, skilled hands, and life-saving medication can pull someone back from the edge. That is a gift. A remarkable gift. A gift you should not ignore when in need. But here's the question many people pause to consider. Can a doctor make you healthy? A doctor can stabilize you. A doctor can guide you. A doctor can intervene when life hangs in the balance. But health, real health, is built long before the emergency room. And it is built long after you leave it. Welcome to Awaken Light Energy. Health is more than a prescription by T. Santoro. Dear listeners, let this be clear. We're not speaking about sudden illness, not about an infection that requires immediate care. If you have strep throat and seek medical care, finish your prescription. The infection can be eliminated, and as a result of professional medical care, you recover. If you break a bone, a skilled doctor can set it, and your body heals. Modern medicine saves lives every single day. Seek qualified professional care whenever it is needed. This story is not about resisting medical advice. It is about reminding you of the power of thought. Sometimes all that is needed is a reminder of what you already know. So consider this story a reminder, an invitation to the healthier version of you. Health is not an event or an arrival. It is a pattern of thoughts that create you long before any symptoms may arrive. The way our lives begin to take shape is often not loud or obvious. It does not arrive like a marching band entering a town square. It appears in subtle ways. Through non-resistance thoughts we repeat to ourselves about who we are, often without ever questioning them. And just like that, these thoughts become patterns within the mind that the body without question follows. Consider something simple. When you dream that someone is chasing you, your heart begins to race. Your body responds immediately, even though the situation exists only within the mind. The mind believes the moment, and the body does not question it. It simply responds. In much the same way, the thoughts we hold about ourselves truly shape our experience. What the mind accepts as true, the body and our actions begin to follow without question. See if you recognize some of these beliefs you may have heard or even proclaimed yourself. It's just life. We get weaker with age. Getting sick often is just what happens when you get older. It is all downhill after 50. Just wait until you are my age. You will not be able to. And some of my favorites are, I have a pill for that. I spend more time at the doctor's than at home. Just face it. This is just what aging looks like. People say those phrases without question. Pure belief and conviction. Often said with a shrug and a small laugh. As if decline is automatic. As if pain is guaranteed. As if more prescriptions are simply the next chapter of life. Yes, the body changes with time. Blood pressure can rise. Joint cartilage can wear down. Muscle mass can decrease. Recovery can slow. Science confirms that aging affects the body. But what is the underlying cause? The depth of that decline? Research shows that strength training slows muscle loss. Cardiovascular movement strengthens the heart at any age. Nourishing food reduces inflammation. Deep sleep restores hormones. Healthy body composition improves insulin response. Daily movement keeps joints mobile. These are not opinions. These are measurable biological truths. Yet, culturally, many accept deterioration instead of challenging it. A way to laugh about aches and pill bottles. Sometimes it is in humor. Sometimes it is quiet surrender. There is a difference between aging and neglect. Aging is inevitable. Rapid breakdown is not always inevitable. Two people at 70 can stand side by side. One moves with steadiness and clarity. The other struggles with simple motion. The difference is often built over decades of daily choices, whether quiet or obvious. The choice has always been ours to make. As Hippocrates wisely said, "Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food." Many people quietly accept the belief that more birthdays must mean more sickness. Yet the evidence tells a different story. Risk may rise with time, but the way we live each day continues to shape the outcome. Between these two ideas rests a simple truth. Aging is certain. How we age still holds far more possibility than most people realize. This is where strength becomes natural. This is where effort turns into identity. And since you are still here, it means you are ready for a healthier you. Welcome. This is where the deeper conversation begins. Real health is not delivered in a prescription bottle. It is not handed to you in a hospital room. Real health is built daily. It is built in the choices you make when no one is watching. In the hour you choose to sleep instead of scroll. In the walk you take when it would be easier to sit. In the meal you prepare with intention instead of impulse. Strength is not dramatic. It is consistent. The body responds to patterns. The mind responds to discipline. The soul responds to alignment. What you repeat, you become. Health is not rescued in an emergency. It is earned in the ordinary moments most people overlook. Health is created right here and now, and it begins with you. As Deepak Chopra says, every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your thoughts. The same is true of the body. Illness often reveals what habits have been shaping behind the scenes for years. High blood pressure rarely develops overnight. Type 2 diabetes does not appear without warning. Chronic fatigue, joint pain, poor sleep, anxiety, low energy. These are usually the result of patterns built over time. Late nights, constant stress, little movement, processed food, endless stimulation, accepting and believing you have no choice but to deteriorate. The body adapts to the life it is given. It responds to repetition. It adjusts to pressure. It compensates until it cannot. Medication often works because it offers relief. Relief matters. Relief can bring comfort, stability, and in many cases, save a life. That is why medications have a rightful place in the process. It can serve as a bridge from pain toward balance, a temporary support that helps the body regain footing. But a bridge is meant to be crossed. Relief without responsibility only delays the lesson. True restoration comes when daily patterns change, when sleep is protected, when movement becomes non-negotiable, when stress is managed with intention, when nourishment replaces convenience. The body responds quickly to discipline. It rebuilds when given the chance. Health returns the same way it was lost, through repeated choices. Relief is not the same as resolving the deeper cause. True healing asks for more. It asks you to examine the patterns that created the imbalance in the first place. Medication can support the journey. It can stabilize. It can protect. It can create space to recover. But lasting transformation is built through daily decisions that restore harmony within the body and mind. Medication was never meant to replace the healthy journey of life. It was meant to assist it. Real strength returns when habits change, when discipline replaces delay, when awareness leads action. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video. It supports the message and helps to reach others who need to hear it. Thank you. Many seek comfort. Many look for relief, an easy solution, a quick answer. That response is human. Swallowing a pill is simple. Adjusting sleep requires consistency. Moving your body when you feel tired takes effort. Choosing balanced meals calls for attention and intention. These changes demand participation. But when you pause and reflect, something stronger becomes clear. Choosing your thoughts with intention does not confine you. It frees you. There is strength in deliberate thinking. Each small, conscious decision builds resilience. Each steady habit builds clarity. Over time, momentum forms. Discipline stops feeling forced and starts feeling natural. You become aligned with the standard you set. Neville Goddard said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." As you begin to live each day with health as your identity, your actions shift. Your standards rise. Your daily behavior starts to reflect that belief. You begin to start each day with a deep breath of gratitude. You protect your sleep. You eat with awareness. You move your body each day and allow yourself to enjoy it. You meditate. You listen to spiritual stories that elevate your thinking. Slowly, your body and mind align with that identity. It is simple. It is effective. It is good to feel good. When you choose your daily habits with intention, you empower healthy thoughts. You guide your thinking, your emotions settle. When emotions steady, energy stabilizes. Your mind, body, and soul begin moving in the same direction instead of working against each other. That is alignment. And this is where lasting health begins. As your healthy self automatically becomes your daily lifestyle, something powerful begins to unfold. Resistance softens. Desires no longer feel distant. A fresh start opens within you. Not because someone fixed you. Not because a medication rescued you. But because you decided to build your life differently. You chose responsibility over reaction. You chose discipline over delay. John chapter 1 verse 5 says, "And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." Light does not argue with darkness. It shines. When you bring awareness to your habits, light enters. When light enters, unhealthy patterns lose strength. They fade. Not through force, but through clarity. Look at how this unfolds in real life. A person sleeps 5 restless hours a day for years, eats on the run, sits most of the day, lives in constant mental noise. Then one day the body says, "I cannot compensate anymore." And suddenly, there it is. A doctor's appointment, a diagnosis, and then a prescription. Gratitude for life becomes mixed with the belief that health comes from medication. When a lifestyle change is mentioned, the prescription often feels easier. It feels like it will compensate for years of neglect. It feels like it will do the work you chose not to do. And for a moment, it works. Pills over movement, pills over healthy eating, pills, and more pills for whatever ails you. Seems easy, right? Just take a pill and in no time at all, you too will be the one at the next gathering, saying, "After a certain age, if you do not wake up aching somewhere, you are probably dead." But what is overlooked is that temporary relief is not the same as rebuilding. Surviving is not the same as thriving. Medication can support. It can stabilize. It can protect. Yet it cannot replace the discipline that restores strength. It cannot sleep for you. It cannot move for you. It cannot choose nourishment for you. Real health requires participation. And know this, our bodies keep score. No pill replaces healthy habits. No shortcut restores what daily effort builds. When sleep is ignored, when movement is optional, when the mind never rests, the body adapts until it cannot. This is where the cycle begins. The slow trade-off of strength and health for convenience. The surrender of responsibility. The gradual weakening of body, mind, and soul that people conveniently label as aging. Health is not rescued in a single moment. It is built through the small choices many people overlook. Just as physical decline begins quietly, strength returns quietly as well. For the awakened soul, it returns one deliberate thought and one disciplined decision at a time. When you slow your thoughts and enter a meditative stillness of mind, something begins to shift. The body that once seemed to demand attention no longer needs to shout. In meditation, you begin to see what was always there. The signals were never hidden. They were simply ignored. In the stillness, awareness sharpens. Patterns become clear. Cause and effect stand in plain sight. The body speaks without noise, and the mind is finally steady enough to listen. This is where your healthy journey continues, not in urgency and not in fear, but in clarity. Your waistline new, your energy levels new, your mood new, your sleep new. Even your eating habits were speaking. The body has always informed you. It has always been communicating. The question is not whether the message was sent. The question is why it was ignored. When the mind becomes quiet, awareness sharpens. Patterns appear without denial. Cause and effect stand exposed without excuses. The noise fades, and truth stands clear. In that clarity, something subtle begins to shift. What was once ignored becomes heard. What once felt out of your control becomes freeing. Healthy food no longer feels like sacrifice. Healthy thoughts no longer feel forced. It begins to feel natural, effortless. Healthy food, healthy thoughts, healthy you. I would call this a more desirable way to live, wouldn't you? Our bodies are efficient. They adapt to the signals they receive. If the signals are sedentary, overfed, underrested, driven by fear and overstimulated by constant technology, biology adjusts, not because it is broken, because it is responsive. But here is the deeper question. Since the body adapts to unhealthy signals, what happens when the signals change? What begins to shift within when deliberate thinking replaces distraction? When movement replaces stagnation? When calm replaces noise? Something powerful begins to awaken your light energy. And most people never stay long enough to witness it. That is why you are still here. Your body has a message for you, and you are ready to hear it. As Wayne Dyer reminds us, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you stop seeing health as something a doctor gives you and begin to see it as something you build, your entire approach shifts. This is not about rejecting medicine. This is not about going against medical advice. It is about placing it in its proper role. A safety net, a bridge, support when needed, not a substitute for the lifestyle that creates health. If medication alone created health, we would be the healthiest society in history. Yet many are medicated and still searching for health. That tells us something important. A prescription can assist. It can stabilize. It can even save a life. But it cannot replace movement, natural light, balanced meals, deep sleep, steady thoughts, and a clear sense of purpose. So where does this leave you? It leaves you with an invitation. Start by shaping your environment with care. And hear this clearly, you do not need to have everything figured out right now. There is no need to change your entire life overnight. You are allowed to begin slowly. Sleep like it matters because it does. Darken the room. Turn off the screens. Let the world grow quiet. Give your nervous system permission to rest and restore. You deserve deep rest. Move each day in a way that feels steady and honest. Walk, stretch. Carry groceries. Lift something with purpose. Let your heartbeat rise with intention. Your body was designed for motion, not stagnation, not illness, but a healthy life. Eat real meals. Include protein. Choose whole foods. Let nourishment feel supportive, not restrictive. And when you feel hunger, understand it is a signal, not an emergency. It is part of your design. Your body is not working against you. It is working for you. You are not alone in this. There are others choosing the same path of health, others learning to listen, others rebuilding quietly, one gentle decision at a time. And right now, you are part of that gathering. Welcome home. Expose yourself to mild discomfort. Take a cold shower. Complete a challenging workout. Have a difficult but honest conversation. Discomfort builds resilience. Resilience builds strength. And feed your mind with truth. Meditate. Reflect. Listen to spiritual storytelling that lifts your awareness, like the messages shared on this channel. What you allow into your mind shapes your biology just as much as what you place on your plate. As you train your mind, you strengthen your body. When you strengthen your body, your mind becomes clearer. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The very process that feels challenging often becomes the doorway to growth. Health is not outsourced. It is cultivated from within. At this time, pause for a moment and subscribe to this channel. It truly helps this message reach more people walking the same path. Thank you. As you align your habits with the person you desire to become, health stops being a destination and becomes the journey itself. Love grows stronger. Peace settles deeper. Harmony expands into your daily life. Joy returns in quiet and steady ways. Your healthy journey is guided by your awakened light energy. And with each intentional choice, you move closer to the life you were designed to live. It feels good to feel good. And once you remember that feeling, you do not want to lose it again. You have the freedom to choose. That freedom is power. So choose what strengthens your body. Choose what sharpens your mind. Choose what elevates your life. Stay open. Keep learning. Seek qualified professional guidance whenever it is needed. Strength also means knowing when to ask for support. And continue asking yourself one honest question. Are my daily habits creating a healthy me? Because the moment you answer that truthfully, something begins to shift. And what we have uncovered here is only the beginning. There is more beneath the surface. More clarity, more strength, more alignment waiting to be revealed. A healthy you, not the version shaped by urgency, not the version sustained by shortcuts. The real you, the disciplined you, the aligned you, the healthy you. As you begin to live that version of yourself clearly, something softens and strengthens at the same time. You recognize that it has been there all along, waiting patiently for you to notice. And once you truly see it, everything begins to change for the better. Stay close to this path. Before you go, take a moment to explore the playlists here on this channel. You will always find a story for the season you are in. A healthier version of you is just one thought away. As Lao Tzu reminded us long ago, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. In other words, a journey toward a healthy you begins with a single thought. Peace. See you in the stillness. If this story spoke to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember to click the bell so you always hear a new story. And if you know someone who could use this message, share it with them. Because sometimes, a simple story is all it takes to spark something real.